Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. My name is, again, Colonel Drefus. I'm with the Defense Logistics Agency, headquarters in Alexandria, Virginia. Today, I would like to just briefly discuss with you DLA's role in the region as it supports the sourcing in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. Along with me in the audience today, I have two colleagues, Colonel Emily Gluckman and Colonel Bill Rush. Now, I'm going to say this up front, though those two are the subject matter experts here today, I'm just a prop guy. First, let me tell you a little bit about the Defense Logistics Agency. It's America's combat logistics agency responsible for sourcing and providing a full spectrum of logistics support around the world, and that's every day. We provide the U.S. Armed Forces with most of its equipment, such as repair parts, virtually all the fuel, and troop support consumables items used by our military troops. If a soldier, sailor, airman, a Marine wears it, eats it, receives medical treatment with it, or uses it as fuel, it comes from our agency. A couple of issues, topics that I'm going to briefly discuss. Again, I told you a little bit about our DLA focus. This annual DLA guidance, let me move to the next slide. The DLA guidance with its three focus areas as depicted is our commitment to all who depends on the Defense Logistics Agency for support. It is based on an enduring and vital premises. Simply put, do what is right for the armed forces and the Department of Defense. As you see, there are initiatives listed just on the right bottom of the screen. Afghan First policy, which you all should be familiar with. This policy encourages local procurement of Afghanistan products made by Afghans to benefit and improve the well-being of the Afghan people. The Central Asian states, secondly, expand the economy partnership with our Central Asian state neighbors in support of the Command Security Corporation and engagement missions, and enables access to an expansion capacity of the NDN in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. The partnership and other suppliers' intent is to provide opportunities for economic expansion, increase entrepreneurship, and skills training for the people of the Central Asian states in order to maximize long-term impact and local economy and workforces while maintaining the Afghan First program as a priority in the region. Global supply chain. This is everything we do. I say we as in DLA. Giving us the global capabilities. What is this full spectrum support? It is reaching all the way back to industry and partnering with them and leaning forward to the front lines. Linking demand with supply. Again, we are America's combat logistics support agency, comprised of over 26,000 civilians, over 500 active military personnel, and over 700 reservists. We're located in 48 states and 28 countries, with about 26 distribution depots worldwide. But what I'd like to focus on today are items on the right side of the chart. We want to talk briefly about subsistence, construction and equipment, and energy. These are the types of items we are buying. And what I'd like to highlight for you today is specifically talking about the sourcing and looking for these type of sources for Afghanistan and the Central Asian states. Briefly, let's just hit the point talking about contracts. Everyone knows doing business with the U.S. government at times can be challenging, or dealing with the U.S. federal government can seem challenging at times. However, with a little patience, persistence, and perseverance on your part, your efforts and rewards will go a long way in the long term to be rewarded. Bottom line, we're working with the prime vendors to offer a reasonable price, understand and make a product within standards, and identify in the solicitation that you can demonstrate the capacity to produce the item and the ability to deliver the product. Subsistence. We continue to look for vendors who can provide shelf-stable items such as bottles, drinks, baked goods, baking ingredients, snack items, and canned food, just to name a few of the items that we're looking forward to. However, it goes without saying there are challenges in the subsistence arena. Food sourcing within the region is the most difficult commodity to buy. Why is that? The U.S. government has a rigorous standard for processing of food products. These standards are even difficult for even U.S. companies to meet at times. Food safety and sanitation issues continue to exist throughout the region. Processing and packaging may be suitable for local markets within the region. However, many times these processing and packaging capabilities do not meet the standards of the U.S. government. Bottom line, if tomatoes are shipped from the region, they need to be tomatoes by the time they deliver and not tomato sauce. Construction and equipment. We have provided specification sheets on specific construction materials and equipment. We are considering procuring to support the Afghan Security Force Construction Program this year. We are looking to procure these items and are looking to identify potential vendors to include the vendor points of contact that are capable of providing any of these products identified in the specification. If you pay close attention to the bottom of the screen, there are points of contact that we ask that you contact if you have a particular capability in being able to provide this particular commodity or service. At the roundtable today, we'll provide additional sheets that will have these points of contacts. Again, with each of these, construction and equipment, it goes without saying there are challenges within the industry. Construction materials in the region are manufactured to the GOS standards, which are different than the U.S. standards. And prior to buying the materials, a comparison between the GOS and U.S. standards is conducted. We have the government, we've seen that the government has specific restrictions in products such as wood, which may be because of our demand is too great for the capacity. However, if there are suppliers of lumber, the U.S. government is interested in buying those products. Fuel. We continue to look for refined aviation fuel, but we recently have a requirement for medical grade helium. The government intends to execute an unrestricted procurement of delivery of standard cubic feet pressurized agent. We're looking for helium and type 1 grade A. This is all dealing with purity. I won't get into the numbers of percentage of purity. We're looking for hot ultra purity gaseous helium cylinder. Again, these are specific types. Again, I have a subject matter expert with me to specifically talk fuel and the nuances of that. Again, some of the challenges, there are a limited number of fuel producers in the region. The majority of the fuel is transported through the region but not bought in the region. There's also bans, restrictions from some governments on the export of fuel, and all of those were lifted by the government, the U.S. government who are interested. Again, below is listed as points of contact, and we can discuss further at the roundtable. Again, routes from the end to end, DLA cargo, obviously goes through the end to end utilizing multiple lanes and modems. Maybe most of you may be familiar with the backlock system that we're using. Surface tenders are being used. The sticker program is designed as an architect by which cargo moves via commercial transportation through the CENTCOM, U.S. CENTCOM region. Some of the challenges are demanding, and the constraints and the speed of delivery of our buys are extremely important to our mission needs. However, there have been customs and border issues that have prevented our products from reaching their destination in a timely fashion. This prevents us from having a reliable delivery of products and therefore prevents us from future procurements. GSA, some of the partnerships that we work with, GSA, the General Service Administration, they look for specific products as it pertains to toner cartridges, paper products, detergent, plastic bags, etc. Also within the region, as it deals with contract support, the Joint Theater Support Command also looks at strategies, planning, and ways to best support the region as well. That was it, quick, down and dirty. We've got about 12 seconds to finish up. Again, thank you for your time. We look forward to having further discussions with you at the roundtable discussion. We'll be at table 19. Thank you.